So we are underway. We've got any percent by Paum, and I'm joined by Nico as well. Paum's just on the title screen, so we should be getting going shortly. Paum, if you want to say hi and do a brief introduction before you have to focus.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Paum. I run any percent for Hollow Knight. That's my introduction.
Truly a man of words.
Yeah, I can count down right into it here if we're all good to go.
Yeah, Nico, do you need to say anything before we get going? Or?
Apart from, I'm sorry, my brain did a little snooze. That's why I wasn't there. I could read the last donation that went in. Last donation was from Terra, from $30, saying "Great run, Boo," donating to Save the Frames in Super Metroid.
Nice.
All right, cool. I think we can, get going then.
Yep. All right, I'll count down and then I'll start. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So this is Hollow Knight. To give you a little bit of an idea of what we're doing, we're running on 1.2.2.1, which is a patch from 2+ years ago, probably more now because I'm old. But we run on this patch because there's a few things, one of them being what you see right here, where you can pause, unpause, and then inventory drop, so we don't have lag at the very start of the game.
Yes, that inventory drop we'll be seeing a lot throughout the run. You can just open your inventory in midair, and it will uncap your fall speed, and it also removes a hard fall animation where you can't move for like 0.8 seconds if you fall from a great height, but we can just skip that. And yes, this will be the any percent speedrun, the core premise of which will be getting the 3 Dreamers and beating the final boss of the game to get the basic ending. We don't bother with killing the Radiants if there's any Hollow Knight players here familiar with that. And yeah, the main sort of things to look out for any percent will be the Watcher Knight fight. For newer players is quite difficult, and it's kind of a big roadblock since we don't really get much damage throughout this entire run. We're just getting kind of the bare minimum to beat the few bosses we need, get what we need, and then beat the game. World record for this category, to give everyone a bit of perspective, is 32:16 loadless time, and Paum's PB is a 33:25, so definitely high-level gameplay, and I'm sure we'll be in for a treat.
You just asked what my PB was, and it's a 24. Thank you very much. Like 3 seconds ago.
Look, I just had to, keep your ego in check.
I just heard my phone go off, by the way, because I have a ringer on, because I needed to wake up for this, so once I get a free hand, I will turn that off. This is Asper.
Hey, it's fine. You're just gonna make everyone check their phones. That's fine.
Oh, it's free. That's the easiest trick in current patch, and not the easiest trick in 1.2.2.1 to hit that spike, which is weird because it's a very intentionally placed spike that Team Cherry, for whatever reason, made very difficult to hit.
It's pain.
The first split of this run is boring. There's no dashes, and a lot of us get very tired of running it, although this actually was a pretty decent, RNG part of the split. But if you see me nail slashing things and cutting grass and stuff like that, there's no rhyme or reason. It's out of sheer boredom because we've done the split way too much. This is Statue Pogo, never mind. I didn't want
As
to.
I was saying, high-level gameplay.
Yeah, we're coming up to False Knight here. It's the first boss of the run, if you can even call it. Okay, that's an annoying pogo. If you can even call it that. We do 1 cycle of False Knight, and then in the spirit of being bored at of this split, we get very bored of False Knight and just leave the fight without killing him.
Yes, this is actually a dev-intended skip, which is quite nice because it saves us on the order of about 20 seconds, but we are doing this so that we can get the Vengeful Spirit, which you'll probably hear us refer to as Fireball throughout the course of the run. And that's what will let us get out of this area called the Forgotten Crossroads and let us continue progressing in the game. You can get out of Crossroads without a Fireball, but it involves getting a bunch of other stuff, and it is hard and painful and bad and slow, so we don't do it.
That's cursed knowledge. Pretend you didn't hear that if you ever want to play this game and not hate it. Yeah, there's Somni and I have both done quite a bit of rando for this game. Not that that's ever required in rando to do garbage, what's called long nail balders, but there are a lot of ways out of Crossroads. The only reasonable way within the main game is getting this spell, this Vengeful Spirit here. That was not a bad split. That was like just statue Poco, I think, that I messed up.
Yeah, you're just trying to make up for that.
False Knight was also mean to me. So we do have VS/Fireball/Vengeful Spirit now. If you can read Mandarin on the bottom, it tells me to use it, but I refuse, and we will use it later. It is used for killing boulders. That is going to be our way out of Forgotten Crossroads. And then on the second boulder, you'll actually see a weird trick, which is 1-2-2-1 exclusive, to kill it quickly, because faster things are quick. That makes sense, right?
And this is one of our first little bits of RNG in the run. So the boulder has a 50-50 chance of either spitting a child, which is what we got, or just doing a goose spit. And you need one child to be able to get enough salt to kill the boulder if you go in with max. And each goose spit loses 1.5 seconds. So we got the good RNG there. And yeah, it was very nice of Paum to splice in some good RNG for the marathon.
So yeah, the boulder can just spit as many goos as it wants. So in theory, you can just be waiting forever there. The record, and I have to flex about this, the record is 18 straight goose spits, which I have accomplished, which is beautiful. I love that clip.
Yeah, it's probably one of the harder records in the game to get, and it's zero skill whatsoever.
Okay. Let me flex a little bit.
I mean, it's a lot of skill.
Thank you.
A lot of skill.
Very powerful. So what we have here is a fireball skip where we turn around and fireball. It stalls us in the air and the fireball pushes us back a little bit. Before we have dash, it's actually pretty nice to do some pretty minor skips, but we use it 3 times in green path here. That was the first of 3.
Yep, and yeah, that's just another reason we get Fireball. And just circling back to Fireball again, we also get Fireball and use it as one of our main damage sources. So our Nail Swing is 5 damage per hit, and the Vengeful Spirit, as it currently is 15 damage per hit. And you can also get double or triple hits on some enemies to boost that to 30 or 45. And later on, we'll also be getting a charm called Shaman Stone. It's the only charm we get for the entire run, and it boosts that Vengeful Spirit damage from 15 to 20, and it makes the hitbox a little bigger to make those doubles and triples easier. And we saw Paum missing the second Fireball skip there, but nailing the backup, so
yeah, so now
redeemed himself.
I don't have enough soul to go for a double, so we do swag strat and do a sing. Well, we do this backup strat that I wanted to show off. Never mind, we can't even do that. Okay, so we do the casual route that I wanted to show off. This is a reset, now I'm sad.
High-level gameplay.
High-level gameplay. Look, it's not my fault that I missed the fireball skip. Ow.
It's like the one bit of that scenario that was your fault. It wasn't your fault that the enemies were in bad spots. And speaking of Fireball double hits, you would have seen them hit.
This is a good run, I promise.
Thankfully, since we normally run this game with loadless time, we can't actually tell what kind of pace this run is. As far as we can tell, this is the 32. And we're going to be doing a quick kill here on bench flacking. Yeah, you do.
Thanks.
So just killing that with 2 nail swings and 3 fireballs. and that gives us 65 geo. We don't actually care about saving Zote. We just wanted the money. Unfortunately, we had to save Zote in the process. And we're looking for 206 before we fight Grozmother, which we're well clear of. And that'll be so we can afford Shaman Stone, that charm I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, Geo's good. This is a pretty cozy marathon so far. There are small mistakes, but it doesn't matter that much.
Literally perfect.
I think that fireball missed, by the way. Yeah, it did. Okay, so 2 HP is not a lot of HP. This is not a good fight. Okay, I'm scared.
Please don't die. Thank you.
That would have been
Yeah, I was scared too.
pretty bad. That would have been not marathon safe. I probably would have reset out of instinct, to be honest with you.
Yeah, this is also like one of the most punishing deaths you can take in the run, so it would not have been good.
No. That's okay. We're showing off backup Hornet strats. And by backup, I mean, I don't think I got a single correct cycle out of stagger.
Alright, at risk of immensely cursing this, there's a lot of really cool tricks in this split coming up, including Fireball, hang on.
You got it.
Explosion Pogo, there we go, third tries to charm. Mantis Pogo and Mantis early control. I'm not sure if Paum also does Setic Slash, but if he does, that is also a cool
try
trick.
it. Why not?
No pressure or anything, but we will judge you if you don't. So there's those falls that I was mentioning earlier that we typically cancel. Thank you for showing that one off.
Yeah, I got it. Alright, this is Setic Slash, where you dash here and then turn around and oh, I'm so good.
Yeah.
You hit that platform to kind of cancel. I don't know how it works, actually. You kind of cancel your fall
It
speed, right?
pushes you around the corner.
Yeah, something
Like it gives you a horizontal boost, so you don't dunk in the acid. It's real feels bad if it does not connect, because then yeah, you just dunk.
This is the most interesting room in the game. You dash.
So she jumped as well.
Yeah, you could make it more interesting and not jump. There's an even better room in True Ending where you actually just dash. Okay, this is E-Pogo. I do kind of a jank E-Pogo. I can't describe it while I'm doing it, so I won't talk. It's that.
Yeah. Yeah, so that saves a little bit of time over the normal setup, but it also looks cool and is slightly harder.
More important.
All renowned for his amazing E-Pogo, so not really surprising he got it.
Alright, that was Mantis Pogo. This is early control Claw, which hopefully I get, otherwise it looks kind of dumb. But we dash here at like certain times. Yeah, okay, that worked. My explanations have been on point, by the way. Like, you kind of do something. That's a good claw split.
Yeah. It's about 9.1 seconds from when you pick up Claw to... Sorry, when Claw splits, so about 10 seconds after you pick up Claw to when it lets you quit out, like you regain control. So by hitting that Mantis there, we lose 5 or 6 seconds in picking up Claw, but then we save that like full 9 basically in the quit out. So it saves about 2 or 3 seconds and is a relatively recent discovery.
It is like the biggest time save found in the past 3 years in this category. I think that's true, right?
If you do like Twinkling, Blue Lake Walkling storage, it
okay,
saves like
but
4 seconds.
that's like TAS only or people that are good at the game. It's just TAS only.
Yeah, no one has ever been good at the game.
I don't think any Hollow Knight runner would say they're good at the game.
Yeah, I mean, true.
Yeah, that can be true for a lot of games. So.
Yeah. And we're just buying the stag here, which we'll be coming back to later just because it saves a bunch of walking. And then we're going to be seeing the hardest boss in the game. I don't know, is this... Yeah, I'd say this is harder than False Knight. Sorry, easier than False
My
Knight.
False Knight pattern was pretty bad, actually, so it's probably better than False Knight. Yeah, I was...
But
Go ahead.
it does give us 64 GS, so it's worth it.
I was gonna explain how stags work, and how stags work is you can ride back to them later. It's like a warp system. And then I remembered that we didn't explain how soul or health or like anything in this game work. Do you wanna give like something of a rundown?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'm so used to commentating like the actual any percent tournament and stuff, so you kind of just assume that. But the big circle in the top left is our soul meter. 3 casts. Sorry. It fits 9 hits of soul, and 3 hits are used to cast a spell or heal. The little masks are our HP, and as we can see, Paum has 5 masks at the moment. Most attacks in the game do 1 damage, but a couple of things do 2. And then that number underneath with the little rocks, that is our Geo, which is the game's currency, which he just spent 220 of for that Shaman Stone you mentioned.
Wasted money, to be honest.
This is a pretty rough segment.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah, dashed in the wrong group. Okay. Hopefully we did just bench, so we should be able to save this without losing too much time.
Yeah, we can try a backup here, where you hit this shade. It should work out. I'm pretty experienced in this backup. I die there a lot.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the like highest body count enemies in the game.
It has to be. Oh yeah, that's Bleak Walking Storage. This is just muscle memory for me now. You do weird things, and then you're kind of against the wall, so the game still thinks I'm against the wall, so when I dash, it's like, you're kind of against the wall, and then I dash longer. Is that good?
That was an explanation for sure. But basically it preserves the wall cling state, so you can keep on refreshing your dash in midair. And normally it would end when you touch the ground, but you can either do a physics frame perfect, which is the 50th of a second jump to preserve it, or you just preserve it while you're in water, which is what Paum used to be able to easily chain a whole bunch across the blue lake there. And that saves about 1.5 seconds or something over just dashing.
There's another. Oh, do I go for the post-stream now? I haven't done it in like weeks.
Good.
I don't know how to do it. Do I grab? I grab the worried wall, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you just like.
I don't know your setup at all. I can't do that one.
Tap right.
All right. So this is a cool setup for Dream Plats, where you stand here, and then once the seer moves, you jump, and then the platform spawns under you. And hopefully I don't do that.
Whoops. Alright, so I'm going to say that again.
Yeah,
correctly this time. That's just what it looks like if you miss it.
Yeah. This is an impossible trick. It's a frame perfect. This is not a bad trick. If I mess it up one more time, I'll give up. There we go.
Yo.
First try.
That's the jump.
You saw nothing.
You saw nothing. I haven't messed that up in forever, man. Look, I'd rather mess that up than die to Hornet. No matter what I do.
That's how you do Dream Plats.
No matter what I do, it can't be worse than almost dying to Hornet. So that lost, what, like 15 seconds trying that twice? Maybe more.
I think probably more like 20, because that first one's so much longer.
Yeah, I lost a little bit of time, maybe.
Yeah, high level game.
So upcoming here, we have Dreamnail early control. I'm spamming pause right now, and then I unpause and I have control of the character, which you can't see because everything's white, but I can dash out of that room before getting a cutscene.
Yep, and then we just have some basic movement here to get to City of Tears, where we will be fighting the Watcher Knight, which is our first dreamer, which guards our first dreamer of the run.
I'll try this. I give no promises. It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, that one's actually hard.
Alright, it messed up his cycle. That was not my fault. That was for content.
Yeah.
So
Are we gonna say bench before watches, asking for a concerned friend?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely benching in King Station. I'm not benching Inspire. I'm better than that.
No.
I don't think you inventory drop there, actually. Inventory dropping's weird. We've actually taken out a few inventory drops recently because it loses a little bit of time to have to open and close the inventory. Plus, you can't like drift left and right in the air. When you're inventory dropping, you have to drop straight down. So we found that stuff that we previously thought was faster is actually not faster, otherwise known as slower.
So true. Truly a man of words. And we've just got a little neat pogo here to get up and get a relic. Relics you can sell to Lem, which is one of the NPCs will be for more geo, that game's currency. They're just a really time-efficient way of getting money. So we'll be selling the journal we picked up. They're just a really time-efficient way of getting money. So we'll be selling the journal we picked up in the room, like a couple above, and then that seal, and one other seal, and that'll be giving us basically the rest of the geo we need for the run, in tandem with Gorgeous Husk, which is a glowing golden NPC we're about to see ruthlessly bullied, because it drops a nice amount of geo that we need to buy land.
That fight got changed recently too. Go ahead.
Do I have the time for 2 quick donations?
Yeah, go for it.
So we have a $20 from Coley saying, "Good luck, have fun, please don't die." Well, that's a bit too late for that. They voted on saving the bug for this run, so that's coming up kind of soon. And also we have a $20 donation from GX, also saying "Good luck, have fun" with a heart, with no incentive or bid one.
Wait, is there a Saint Mila incentive?
Oh yeah, you want to mention?
Yes, there is.
Okay, everyone vote kill Mila. It is the ethically correct choice.
We hit a
I'm
lever
not
there
biased.
through the floor. That's why we run on 1-2-2-1. Worth mentioning.
Biggest, well, not probably. Outside of Dreamer cutscenes, that is the biggest patch difference, and part of why we run 1-2-2-1. It lets us skip fighting the Great Husk Sentry, which is a little mini boss that has approximately far too much health, and it saves about 40 seconds to just do that lever skip there. And now is Watcher Knights, which anyone that's played the game casually might remember with Disdain and Fear. They are a really tough boss to fight without any iframes, which we naturally do not have because we've got to go fast.
Great pattern.
And Paum, kind of just getting bullied, but still getting through without getting hit, which is what matters in kind of a marathon setting.
That's nice.
And getting some of those triples and doubles there. On the roll attack, it's really easy to get the Vengeful Spirit to connect 3 times for 60 damage. Which, again, in the context of your nail being 5 damage, it is a lot. And it's a big part of what makes this fight really speed up at high level.
I don't know why I did that.
Oh, you were very lucky to dodge that.
I was very skilled to dodge that.
Skill. Yeah, skill.
I have extra soul.
Sinking the health up pretty nice, yeah. That's actually a decent fight.
Yeah, there is that weird bit in the middle. They didn't give me many nail slashes, which is nice because when they give you well, that's bad. You want them to give you nail slashes because you can get more hits on them, which gives you more soul. But they did give a lot of nice rolls, so I got a lot of triples in there, which looks fancy, and that's really all that matters.
Exactly, yeah. You've got to just show off the marathon. And now we have one of the harder tricks in the game, chaining wall jumps up a big elevator shaft.
Actually impossible tech.
So buffering wall jumps in this game's a myth. So that's actually kind of hard. Oh my god. Higher level gameplay.
So there's 3 Dreamers. This is the first of the 3 Dreamers. For the other 2 Dreamers, you have C-Dash. So muscle memory, 2/3 chance of trying to C-Dash there. So really that can only be expected that I tried to C-Dash there. What is C-Dash, I hear you asking. You'll figure it out.
It's done RNG in my video game, having to guess what I'm meant to do in each Dreamer cutscene.
It's RNG. Actually, if you don't know what C-Dash is, that's a problem, because we've already mentioned what Radiant, Stage K, and the Dreamers are. You got a lot of spoilers for a very good game.
True. So Radiance is just a collective hallucination from the speedrunning community. It's not real. Totally forget about it when you play this game casually, which you absolutely should, both casually and as a speed game.
It's a good geo.
Quite good, yeah. Actually, yeah, so we're looking for 1222 now. So 2,322 after selling to Lem. And the reason we want that exact amount is that there is...
Sorry. No, go ahead, you were talking.
There's about 78 geo we'll get later from Devouts, and that plus the 2,322 perfectly adds up to be all the geo we need for the rest of the run, and there's not really any other convenient geo sources. So these enemies in city drop a lot of geo for not much time, so this will be where we kind of get our last bit, and then we have geo sorted for the rest of the run.
Yeah, and 8%'s really tight on Geo, but it's nice because you don't really have to worry about Geo once you get to, like, after the split, honestly. So it's tight, but it's only tight early, and then there's just kind of no Geo for the rest of the run.
Yeah, unless you want to go for Petra Geo, but that's kind of a meme.
Yeah, you can go for it.
Do I have the time for another quick donation?
Yeah, go for it.
We have another $20 from Dejam saying, good luck, have fun. Dying is allowed, but only if it makes you go not slow, aka faster. They have donated to the incentive of changing all funds for the entire marathon to comic shop. Why is this an idea? And also to kill Mela in Oldtime. And how much time approximately is that in?
15?
There's no way, it's so much more. It's like 30 seconds, I guess.
Because, yeah.
This is real time as well, we're talking.
Yeah, real time. So at least like 35 minutes. Not at least, but probably 35 odd minutes.
Yeah, so Kill Save Mila comes from like Kill Save the Animals in Metroid. Except in Metroid, you kill the animals, but you save frames. In this, you kill Mila and just lose a ton of frames. Like half a minute worth of frames. So it's really just for no reason. But you know, you can go for it.
It's for a pretty good reason. It's saving Mila from living, air quotes living, the rest of her existence as a just mindless husk.
So that was
really like kill or save is a false dichotomy. It's either save by kill or leave to eternally suffer.
This is why Gitch hates you. What you just saw there was Instabel, which is, well, actually it wasn't because I messed it up, but it was like what's
an attempt
before instant pretty fast bell, where you look down. Oh wait, it's called Scurry Look Down, right? I've been in the community. It's where you look down after unlocking the toll and it makes the bell appear faster, because this game's coded. No one knows how this game's coded, basically.
Spaghetti, I think is the phrase you're looking for.
Right.
But yeah, we just got the lantern, which we're going to be using to interact with a toll in a dark room here. If it weren't for this toll, we wouldn't get lantern because we're speedrunners. We can just spend the time to memorize dark rooms, but unfortunately, we can't even interact with this toll to get through this room if we don't have the lantern. And then we're going to get the C-dash ability. Oh, okay. So as I mentioned, chaining those is a 1/50th of a second window. So to get 2 there is quite nice.
Yeah, that's 1 in 250 or like 2,500 multiplier.
Yep.
I take math classes.
Alright, we got it. I'm not gonna fact check what they said, but yeah, that sounds right.
So what you just saw an attempt at was Pogax, definitely named after Axe2U, one of the speedrunners in the community. He might deny it, just like he denies being Swedish, but we all know. And yes, this ability we're about to get is called C-Dash or Crystal Heart if you actually take, the game text as gospel, which, why would you do that? I'm not even going to comment about what we just saw. Basically, it's the Super Dash ability, which lets you go in straight line fast, and use it for a couple of skips and to get to one of the Dreamers. So that's why we've got to go out of our way to get it.
Alright, considering the marathon's already like half an hour plus behind, do I heal before damage taking? I don't, right? Like,
surely not.
Surely not. What could go? I almost got hit there, by the way. What could go wrong?
Like, if you die here, I'll actually be disappointed.
Did
No
you not see the clip from like I think like 2 days ago when I got it at the end of this? All
And we
right.
just saw one underplat via Homophily Fireball, and we're about to see another underplat.
That was very low. Okay, this is
Shoutouts to Lucas.
wow. That one room in Peaks probably lost me like 10 seconds. God picks a room where I just floundered. I really couldn't climb 2 platforms.
So yeah, intentionally getting down to 1 HP there for content.
For content, yeah.
It also makes you go faster or something, because like you're lighter because you're carrying less mass. You can move faster.
Hidden tech.
Yeah, yeah.
Lag frames are directly correlated to masks.
And now we have Umu fight coming up, and we can. The boss essentially operates on cycles where it does a few attacks, then goes vulnerable for a few seconds, then does a few attacks, repeat. And ideally, we can kill it in 2 phases or 2 like vulnerable phases, I guess. Yeah, really hard to tell where that name came from. And it's quite difficult. It's probably the hardest trick to do consistently in the run. But yeah, hopefully we see it. And Trinomi drop here, which is literally impossible.
And then this thing which looks really scary. And then the messed up C dash, which is really scary. I don't know where my dash was there, but we'll pretend I had it. Yeah. Alright, left side.
Yeah.
Gaming?
I don't want to say Paum should get 2 cycle, but
I'd probably get it 60%, I'd say.
is that all? That's concerning.
A 70%.
But yeah, Umu can have fast or long attacks. It can only do 2 of the same in a row. So that is the fast attack. The long attack is just a bunch of them kind of chasing after him like this. Thank you, Umu.
Umu is so high, by the way.
Taking the explanation. But then Umu can also do an extra attack. So normally it's 3 attacks in the first phase, then 2 in subsequent phases. But it can be 4 or 3, respectively.
That's good.
And good damage rotation there. We're looking to do 150 damage in each cycle, as Umu has 300 health. So that is 6 nail swings and 6 hits from 5 casts of Fireball.
This is kind of bad.
This might be an extra.
Oh, thank you. The extra saved me. This was pretty bad without the extra, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, that was an extra attack, and he should have this time.
That was kind of slow, but we got there. Nice.
Yeah. Alright, so that's 2 cycle. High level gameplay, but said unironically this time.
I did the hard part of it. I don't think I make... Okay, that was really high. I wanted to see how high I could do that C-dash without my head hitting the ceiling. We're limit testing right now.
Yeah. In a marathon setting, you know.
Yeah,
No problem.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine.
I got 2 cycle. I can do whatever I want, though. We're doing deep nose, man.
Please don't get too much cocky. We need to not jinx this run.
So this is a trend, right?
I missed a nail slash and it's still target, by the way. For what it's worth. Very difficult.
But hey, you got the C-dash RNG for that trick.
So this is when you get really stressed because you just got 2 cycle, because the run is like PBable, except if you watch just the Crystal Peak segment alone, you'd already know this run isn't PBable. So it's fine.
Yeah, so we're coming up to another one of the quite hard tricks in the run, QGA, or Queen's Gardens Acid Skip, where we use that Crystal Dash ability that you just that we recently collected, to skip over a large pool of acid, similar to what we did with Monomon just there, but it is much, much, much tighter. I think the going number is about 3 frames if you do the little pre-jump. So yeah, it's kind of tight, especially with Hollow Knight input handling, because you can buffer jump out of a dash, you can buffer dash out of a jump, but you can't buffer C dash period or stuff out of C dash. So it actually makes the inputs kind of tight when they would otherwise be free, because Team Cherry makes great decisions regarding game design and input handling. So it took a couple of tries there, but yeah, the tries where you don't dunk are infinitely less punishing than the tries where you dunk, so that's actually, yeah, absolutely fine.
Yeah, health in the split, there's about 5 minutes of not taking a bench, and there's 3 intentional damage tanks, so 5 minus 3 is 2, so you only get 1 hit of leniency, because if you took 2 hits, that means you're not at health, and that's dead. Yeah. I did good.
And Petra Arena now, which is kind of tight, but we have ways of dealing with it. Hopefully we get to see those ways. We do. Nice. And doing the fast zoomer strat there.
Oh,
and then,
I'm bad.
Right. So we're meant to see an intentional damage tank. What? That looked fine.
That was perfectly fine.
Alright, there we go. So you meant to get that in 1 try, but marathon curse.
Yeah.
And what that does is just saves us going around, so it saves 7 seconds first try, or maybe broke even. They're gonna see a shield.
I think I still saved time.
I told you, he became too cocky. They're gonna
Where's my jump?
Oh my god. The jinx is real.
Okay.
So I'm showing off safety strats here, just to, show how accessible the game is.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no way in Beastin to go past Devouts any faster by taking damage, so we won't be doing any of that.
Not healing.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, that second damage should have worked. I don't know why that failed. The first one was.
Are you gonna heal?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, this is a marathon.
Oh my god.
Forgot to dash.
Oh my god.
High level gameplay.
Can I please?
God gamer.
Yeah, no, I'm top 10. I promise. This is probably a 35 game time. I could be really safe and heal here, yeah. Oh wait, no, Beastin saves automatically. I played this game.
What?
Remember, Beastin hard saves?
Yeah. Just get soul off the Weaver, so you don't
talk about how that was the worst pattern. No?
You have to wait. Never mind.
Oh yeah, the Weaver.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. My brain processing speed is 15 minutes, or seconds. So.
I don't know, a minute. Skills which are considered a lot more accessible.
I have no soul.
And yeah, it's a rather nice community. Paum is also there.
I have no soul. Okay, that was really fast, so that's good.
Yeah, first try.
Wow, this run was going well.
Definitely went in with full soul.
Alright, let's pretend I went in with full soul. Then this is a good split still.
Not to panic. Stream is dead.
Oh no.
That's not good. My stream?
This is just like that.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
Alright, yeah.
The stream is
No problem.
They're gonna see it.
No. I died here so that we could re-see Beastin, because I heard that stream was dead.
Yeah, you didn't want them to miss that.
Yeah, this run's taking a turn.
You
need to dust it.
I don't know how to do that.
SMH, my head.
Ah!
Have a fireball.
Alright, well, I remember when this run was good. Like, before... Honestly, up till Umu was pretty good.
C-dash?
C-dash is pretty bad. Admittedly. Wow, I died really early. Beast 10.
Mothwing Cloak?
Cloak was fine.
The Hornet fight and, like, final Fireball skip. Please don't die.
I'm healing here. This is sad. Oh my god.
Alright, first try Beast 10.
This is sad.
I think it was actually cool movement though. So
oh yeah,
we're happy to see that.
Yeah, he can just back up forever, I guess. That's cool.
By the way, I did think about that. Please tell me, give me a 2 minute before
2 minutes.
The incentive, and
oh
so
yeah, we're there.
Consider this like well and truly 2 minutes.
All right, well that was.
Unless you want to die, like fall down in distant village or something.
Look at this rate. Whatever. Honestly, we got to show off everything. I'm pretty content. Watch Race was good.
Yeah.
Beastin was you know. I'm here now.
Green Gaming Fest 2021 Recce for or Hollow Knight.
True.
And NMG.
True, unless someone else runs it.
Or you invalidate the run somehow.
Yeah, that's also possible.
But yeah, whatever the status on that incentive is, that's probably what we're going to have to go with. If you had any other
right
damage you want
now, it would be saving Mila.
Okay.
Mila,
Unfortunate.
I have no idea how you say it.
That's probably good.
Don't worry.
We're probably
pronunciation doesn't matter too much.
we're probably about on time
Worth learning.
without killing Mila. So
True.
unless
But, yeah, we're coming up to the final boss now, which we got those 3 dreamers to open the door to. This boss is a lot easier on this patch, and we just saw Insta-Bell. But yeah, this boss is a lot easier on this patch, and yeah, Paum is good enough that it should kind of just get bullied to death.
I'm scared after that beast. I'm not so sure about anything anymore. My confidence is out the window.
And we see another little neat early control hit. Never mind.
I was hitting pause. I hit pause. I blame the game.
You're meant to pause unpause to get early control there and avoid that hard fall, but it's not a marathon safe strat. Definitely self-lock or
That's
something.
super risky. So much can go wrong there. Like basically what happened.
But yeah, that door that we just opened and there was the little cutscene for is what we got those dreamers for. And yeah, now it's up to the final fight.
Yeah, this fight's not too dangerous. You also, it's worth noting, there's a hard save that happens here anyway, so even if you die in this fight, you spawn right outside this room. So there's no reason to take that bench back there. So there's a couple things in this fight. You want to get double hits if you can, so when he dashes, you want to throw a fireball behind him and hit him twice with the same fireball. I missed it. And then you want to get Screamscape, which we can explain when it happens.
When it happens, like when the well early control happens.
I got most of the tricks this run. I'm gonna be content regardless of what you say.
It was actually a pretty good run.
It wasn't a very good run, but it got the tricks done, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's good like marathon run. It shows everything off. Nice double.
Yeah,
so those backstep doubles are RNG. But yeah, those ones on the dash attack are not RNG, they are actually skill-based, and Paum's been hitting them basically 100%. This is a fight.
This is a good fight, yeah. We gotta end with something.
The reason they're just spamming nail on this self-stab is during the nail attacks, all hits of damage only count as 1 damage, so a 5th of a nail swing or a 20th of a fireball. So we just use it to gather soul or heal if we need to, but Paum does not need to. And we should be coming up to the final screen now, which we can... Yeah. we cannot skip.
That was bad.
If you get,
I should have skipped that.
as it screams, you get control, so you can just do a little bit of damage, and it saves a few seconds. But we should be coming up on time kind of soon. Alright, so 25 seconds after that final hit would be time.
Yeah, if you can just time 25 seconds in your head. We can tell you that one. That wasn't a bad fight. I missed Scream Skip, but the rest of it was...
That's a pretty good fight. Really good Umu to like save that pattern. Kind of blessed with the extra.
Timing.
Yeah.
Am I early? I think I was early. Whatever. It's within a second.
Yeah.
What I've said for the quality of the run, most good marathon runs are not the runs that are extremely perfect. It's the one that people will remember.
Okay, well, we got that part down. What was the time? I'm curious.
The final time would be... I'm gonna wait for the stream delay. Would be a 43:05, something like that.
Okay, my estimate was 43. We take this.
Yeah, so the death was actually just to meet.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, if I got Scream Skip, it would have been a 43. Now I'm sad. That was a fun run, though.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, so GG for Paum.
Nice run.
Yeah.
Thank.
Yeah, and like to say, if people watching are looking for a speed game, Hollow Knight, there's plenty of beginner resources and all that. And it's all linked on like the speedrun.com page. Feel free to drop into the Discord and ask questions if you have them. You can meet such names as Paum. Except not really, because he's like never there.
If you ping me, I'll be there. That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, do we need to do anything else before we hand off to the next one, or how are we going for time?
No, I think that should be it.
Cool.
We're gonna go with the quick intermission, and we're gonna be right back with "Don't Touch This Button" with Sarah Hodgebread. So stay tuned.